All right, we're connecting live in the Keyspire Inner Circle. Good Monday morning, Monday, March the 21st. Thank you so much for joining us, Keyspire. I hope you're having a beautiful morning. I'm Jim Lawrence.
Good morning. I am Irismar Lawrence.
And thank you. Yes, I have a little thing going on my face here. Today's the first day that I was able to actually see out of this eye in the morning. So I had shingles.
Shingles. He got diagnosed with shingles last week after his birthday.
After my birthday. That was a beautiful birthday gift.
But all in all, looking back and at the positive things out of it, I was able to had a quick turnaround, get it diagnosed, get it checked, and start the medication promptly, because those are the critical steps for having shingles in the eyes, which was a new for me. I did not know that it could take over your face or anything like that.
So yeah, it's been a not an awesome week. I haven't done anything. I haven't been able to see out of this eye for most part of the day. So the fact that today it's open when I woke up pretty much is just awesome. And good thing, the healthcare, I actually had a really great healthcare experience. We did a Zoom video call with a doctor because it was surrounding my eye. Wanted me to go to emergency immediately, because when you have shingles around the eye, it can affect your vision, which got me into a eye doctor appointment very quickly, and been taken very well care of. So I'm very appreciative of that. And of course, you can imagine I'm in very good hands, and thank you for taking great care of me and getting me here. Thank you.
You're welcome. But Keyspires, as we all know, life is gonna throw us a curveball. And as much as we were not focused on real estate last week, we have to have great health in order to take care and move forward and achieve our goals. So I think it's just always a constant reminder, right, that we have to make time to look after ourselves and continue going towards that goal, but not lose sight of that we need our health too. And I know sometimes I don't take care of it, but this week was a wake up.
Yeah, and I apologize. I don't have much to contribute this week. Like I said, I have not been able to look at my phone, so I don't know what's been going on in the real estate investing world too much. I look forward to catching up this week, that's for certain.
And for me, I would say it's a good shout out to the community. We have members asking for help, or how can they transfer some skills if they want to be in the financial industry and they're now making it into real estate. I did try to take a break and look back, and I love that you actually taking the time to ask the community for help or ask for advice or suggestions and how to help you get to that next step. So keep doing that and keep reaching out, because that's how this community help us grow and help each other grow that way.
Yeah, and I appreciate, I've got some messages and I haven't been able to get to them all. It's kind of hard to read with one eye and the phone up to my face there, but I'll be connecting with all you guys this week that have been leaving messages, and I thank you very much. So this week we have some pretty inspiring guests, as we do every week. We have Paulina Paul Sz and Paul Scooch, also well known as Paul and Paulina. And they're joining us to share part of their journey in real estate investing. So we're just going to add them into the chat here. There they are. Welcome, guys. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Thanks so much for joining us. Yeah, we were just talking how life can throw you curveballs and health-wise, and here I am. I haven't been able to open my eyes much of the past week, and just trying to put things aside, and when it's real estate investing, it's kind of difficult and frustrating when you're not able to participate in things that are going on. And
excuse 1 second, sorry.
And here, this is some of what happens with real estate investing and trying to balance your 9 to 5, which is what we're going to be talking on. Irismar, of course, is an executive assistant, and her boss he's got the alert beeping going on, like he needs something urgently. So she had to step away. I apologize for that.
No problem.
But But yeah, that's kind of the things that we're talking about is just, we had Diane and John Benitez on last week that were talking about how they've gone through some struggles and how they overcame them, and how it really took a moment for them to look at each other and have conversations with each other about, even questioning themselves in this real estate investing journey. And then, like I said, I've noticed you guys, I see you guys out, I see you guys participating a lot, you balancing, you guys are always smiles, your kids are jumping on you in the middle of calls, and well, you know what, it's exciting to see. I mean, you think about how are you able to balance this, and how are you able to maintain a level of focus in real estate investment?
Yeah. Well, how do we do it? Really, a lot of it lies on just being in sync with each other, making a plan, making a schedule, and really, I have to give it to Paulina, because Paulina is the one, who stays with the kids most of the time. I'm out working right now. So she's really the backbone of the family, carrying the load of the kids and stuff. But yeah, and then with the real estate, it's a team effort really for us, right? We're both before Keysfire, we kind of had a plan of where we wanted to go, what we wanted to do, and then she got her license, and then we came to Keysfire, and that kind of just put us in a direction where we want to go, and that right now our focus is the multifamily space.
Awesome.
But in general, I just have to add to this because, Jim, it's a constant battle, struggle, questioning, in a sense of, even if we feel we find the balance, there's always something that is adding to this, and we always have to, sit, talk about it, and ask questions, ask questions, and have that vision in front of us. And this journey is not only me or Paul; it's our whole family. It's even included those two little kids that you always will see them in the back, even today, because there's March break for them. But it's a constant work, but work that we have the passion, and we see our vision. We know where we want to be, and that's why we're taking this path.
Like, a big part for me is I think life in general, like you said, it throws you curveballs, right? And it's a matter of how you deal with that situation, be it, being, sick, or a deal not going the way you want to. You have to find the next thing to pivot to get into another situation. So it's not really a problem. You just got to find a solution. That's how that's the way I've grown up or matured now in the last 2-3 years, to kind of look at problems as opposed to being down and out and kind of being bummed out about it, and then just kind of like let's find a solution and move forward.
Right.
That's really, yeah.
But and how often are you guys? How many hours a week are you? Do your JOBs? Do you have to put towards your real job?
Well, I'm usually out. I'm up at 5 o'clock every day, so I'll take in about an hour just to relax, and then I'll head out about 7:30, and then usually back by 5 o'clock. But then I'm flexible because I have a partner that takes on a lot of the responsibility too. So which allows me to be home and do other things, right? So it's we're pretty flexible that way.
Excellent. And how you guys have been real estate investing for some years before joining Keysfire. When did how long have you been investing for, and when did you join Keysfire?
So we joined in October 2021. That's when we
So
joined Keysfire.
We're new.
And we were always doing something in real estate. So yes, Keysfire opened our eyes and give us more ideas, and see that there's other things we can do. Because before we were mostly investing into residential space, so single family home. We did a couple of flips, building custom home.
In your neck of the woods in Scarborough too. Yes, I was out there. Yeah.
Then we also purchased a house with 3 units. That's actually where we're living right now, and with the potential to building something. So we're looking into this. So we are doing things already, but because of the Keysfire, we saw other things. So more going into commercial side, and that's where we actually figure out what we really want to do.
And like we were talking earlier, before we got on the Zoom, it's really Keysfire is kind of that road to let you see what other investors are doing, right? There's so many channels in this real estate that you know, we found the Burr method, the multifamily space, and we like how that plays out and the numbers work. But you know, we're definitely looking at STRs right now. We're looking at on a flip potential. So you know, we like all aspects of real estate, and I know a lot of people like to focus on one thing and master, and I think that's great. But you know, I'm kind of you know, I like to plant my seed everywhere kind of and watch it grow, if that makes any sense, right? So we're again, yeah, that's kind of how we're thinking of real estate right now.
It does. Thank you for sharing that, because I think we get so worried that we have so many ideas, we don't know where to decide, but at the same time, for some, having that focus and that one lane is what works. But if I were to look back at what you just said, you were in residentials. Now you found you did it. Now you switch. Now you have moved or embrace another journey, right? So it's good to actually have that exposure, not just okay, I'm just in one lane.
Yeah,
still,
and that was based from Keysfire only, really, because right, we knew, you know, we could read so many books, and you know, but if you don't have somebody that you're rubbing shoulders with at a party and they're talking about what they're doing, and it's next level thinking when you're around people that are making big moves in real estate, or even small for that matter, but they're still in the same wavelength, right?
But it's even just have that confidence. So you know, we are comfortable with residential. Flips are like, you know, we did it, so we already know the routine. So it's nothing that it scares us. Same thing if you want to build a home.
But that was only because that was our reality at that time. That was our circle of people who were doing that. Now Keysfire is a whole spectrum of different avenues. So now we're seeing, you know, different aspects of your development, and you know, it's just, and it literally, you could contact that person. That's the amazing thing, right? So
yes, yeah, no, totally. And I think, Paulina, you alluded that you guys are thinking about more of a commercial, looking at the commercial properties now. What appeals in that sector to you guys?
So what we're looking at is the buildings with 5 or more units. So it's going to be qualified with the commercial mortgage, and simply applying the burst strategy. But the reality with this market is in Ontario market, because that's where we want to be, where we are right now, and where we're investing. It's more long-term process. So we're trying to build the wealth for ours. So it's the strategy that we're trying to implement. It's that led us to grow the portfolio to achieve our goals in next 5-10 years period of time. But it's just implementing whatever we already learned, and we're learning right now from all these people we are around, and trying just to reach our goals, reach our dreams.
But it doesn't come easy. It's really, you know, we're in a space in the multifamily that we haven't touched before, but because we looked at the numbers, we know the process, we know the exit strategy, and Paulina joining a team that's solely based on commercial multifamily, that gives her, you know, pretty much a job in that space full time. So she sees the strategies, you know, so that gave us a world of confidence to know, okay, we know how we're going to get into this, how we're going to get out. And yeah, that's why we liked it. And we like the fact that you could get into the project and recoup most of your money, if not all, and still hold asset. Because that was the big problem I was having before with the flips, is I would get into these flips, but I didn't own the asset. And so it was just money that was coming back to me, but I didn't have the value of the asset. So that was, that was the big light bulb moment when we found out that we could get into the multifamily and now take out the money and own the assets. So that's why our energy right now is on the multifamily.
Incredible. And now, are you guys, you've got the goals. Are the goals, like, are they written down goals? Is there a timeline that you're looking to achieve this by? Yeah.
It's over there.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent.
We have a plan in place. We have it written down. We have spreadsheets, but we're hitting walls too, where with financing, dealing with different mortgage brokers, right? So we're hitting walls because it's not that easy, because these are underperforming assets right now. But again, as long as we know how to maneuver around that, and the thing in real estate too is a lot of this, like the brokers, a lot of them like to wait to the last minute, and we just, you have to have thick skin. And I'm trying to tell Paulina to, like, just relax. Sometimes they're just like that. And
Wow.
but yeah, so it's learning for both of us, right?
But I think it's, once we doing it and we kind of plan things from day one to what's going to happen next year, in 2 years, in 3 years. And because we have that strategy in place and we know that this is going to happen and that's going to be the results of it, we simply was like, let's just do it. We're going to face all these problems and all these headaches, and we will just overcome them. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you I guess you're going to keep hitting a wall for, a few times, or maybe a dozen times or so, but it's going to prepare you to make, to be ready to jump on that and execute, and maybe even a different fashion than you normally would.
Yep.
And that's the beauty of learning, is like, if you hit a wall once, you understand now what that process was, how you got there, and the next time it happens, it's not a big deal anymore.
It's gonna be a different problem.
Right? It's not, because you've dealt with it. So if you look at problems as something that you need to overcome, your mind frame of business will change too, because it's just something that you got to learn to overcome and find a solution. Really, that's what it is. Find the solution to whatever that daily problem is in business or in life, to be honest.
Good point.
In addition to, those on the job learnings or on the job strategies, right? Hitting those walls. How else do you keep yourself getting developed or acquiring new skills? Are you doing anything towards that? Because I don't think it's just on the job, right? Like,
right.
The job one is that you hit the wall, you now gonna go and find the solution. What else do you do? That if you want to share with us, what else do you do to keep growing, developing? Well,
what did you do this weekend, honey? Well, you're hanging out with somebody.
I'm still processing everything. It was very intense 4 days. I think the best 4 days when it comes to coaching and just.
And who was that again? And what's his name again?
So I did Tony Robbins. I'm honestly still, guys, processing everything, and I'm trying to get all these things I got on the last 4 days. And he said so many beautiful things. I have notes here because I decided I'm gonna look at them daily. It's a good thing too. It's just, it's just gonna give me the energy and just a reminder. Share one with us, maybe? So what no one can read this besides me.
No, she was sending him to me, and I was like, I have to get back to her because I don't know what she wrote. It's like, I got bits and pieces of it, but
half of the things I was writing now with the eyes closed, but there's so many things you're saying, and it makes me look at these things from a different perspective. When sometimes things are hitting you in life and you're facing all these problems, it's always the question how you're going to handle it, because problems are part of life. He actually said exactly, only dead people has no problems. That's what he said. and it's just, you know, it's how you're gonna take them, what kind of questions you're gonna ask them, and how you're gonna process to overcome this, and look beyond that problem, because this problem what you have today, it's not gonna be tomorrow, it's gonna be something else, and you're gonna forget about it. But the lesson you're gonna take from that, it's priceless.
Wow.
And you know, and there's different kind of problems, and how you're gonna handle them, that's all about this. It's all about you and how you're gonna grasp to it, and how you're gonna take over and take control of this, of your life, of your business, of your situation.
To add, from my perspective, how kind of like I've matured, like I just mentioned in the last 2 years, Audible was a massive wow factor for me, because I never was really into books. I get distracted really easily. So once I found out about Audible and I could, you know, search any topic I want, massive. So I recommend anybody and everybody to get that $15 subscription and get into Audible. Great way to, you know, kill time in the car. And another thing really that I've done all my life really is you need to surround yourself around people that are doing things like you, or something that you want to do, whatever it is. Doesn't matter, you know, if your kid wants to be a good hockey player, put them in the, you know, whatever the best program that you can. You know, if you want to be around real estate individuals who are doing things like you, put yourself in that circle. And this is why, you know, we're new members, but we're out there. We want to make contact with everybody because of that learning experience, right? And we're on every Zoom call, or try to be on any Zoom call, because that one person's experience could, you know, teach me how to, you know, work my business, right? And the smart people really learn from others, so we don't make that same mistake, right? So big factor, yeah, just networking, and just yeah, Audible is a massive part for me.
Great points. I've heard a lot about Audible. I'm still having difficulty doing podcasts, listening to them. I don't know why. It's just not podcasts, but ebooks also, or whatever you call them, whatever you call them now. But I want to get there. So, and when you're saying, you know, in the car killing time, gas is just too expensive to go anywhere right now. But yeah, gas is too expensive for me to go anywhere. But yeah, it's surrounding yourself, and we've talked about that before on the show. You know, just with the people, like-minded people, it really starts to resonate. And
100%.
Tony Robbins was somebody. I mean, he's been doing this for what, a quarter century?
45 years.
Holy jumping! Okay, so I never believed in him before joining Keyspire. I just was not into, I'm not going to get sucked into this. And I don't know why. I was in a different mindset, and it got me nowhere. And I joined Keyspire. I still wasn't into Tony Robbins. And you see everybody, all the successful people, Tony Robbins is on a book in their back shelf somewhere on their Zoom calls. They talk about him. They mention quotes about him. And obviously I needed to change that. So Irismar and I opened up our minds to, well, Irismar's always been open-minded. So I've just been listening more to her in that sort of sense. And also I've matured a slight bit also in this past year.
And I know that with this Keyspire, you know, being in that circle, everybody else's maturity kind of rubs off on you, and now becomes normal. And yeah, like, you know, it was a great choice for us. You know, we're super thrilled. You know, we got to meet a lot of people like yourselves, you know, and just it's been good. We can't wait to where it's going to take us. And just, you know, as long as, you know, we could, you know, add value to the community in any way, shape, or form, you know, I think that's a celebration in itself. So that's where we're at.
Well, in the short time that we've known you, we can definitely tell you that you guys have added value to the community, and we appreciate you. And thank you so much for joining us this morning and sharing your journey.
Absolutely. Thank you for having
guys.
us. Hope you get better. Continue with the shows. We're going to be watching them or listening to them. So And maybe I'll send you a book just to get you started on the Audible. And then maybe you could see if you like that. And then maybe that will set the tone for something new.
Challenge accepted, man. I have to, I have to take that. So I appreciate that so much.
Oh, it's already out there, so.
Yeah, good stuff. Thank you guys again. Have a great day.
Have a good
All right,
day.
guys.
Welcome.
Bye.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much. Bye-bye.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Should talk. Oops.
And recording.